Hey, welcome back. We're back in our Cavernwood colony, and we're coming up on the end of a rather long drought, but I think we're going to be okay. In fact, I think we're going to be so okay, it might be a good time to go ahead and work on finishing up this reservoir. So, these guys can all go for now. Let's go ahead, take care of that, and we're going to get all of this in here. There we go. That's going. I need to go down and get that tree. I do have a way down there. Let's just go over and over here. And we will say... There we go. That is out of there just as soon as I can. Let's make that high priority too so they come and get it. We'll use a little bit of our dirt here to get started. There we go. I don't think we need dirt there. We're just going to put dirt here. And then we're going to come around the edge. We might end up low prioritizing a lot of this, just so we can get some other projects done while they work on this. Always one shy. There we go. We'll come around the side here. Look, they're already getting that out of there for us. How nice of them. Once they've got that taken care of, yep, there we go. There we go. And we'll go ahead and take care of that one too. We don't need any of these. There we go. Up there. We're going to leave these because we're going to need them for at least the next drought, bad tide, or two. We can come back and turn them on, turn them off as we need them. But another thing that we need to do, we need to properly finish off the mountain. I left off last time and I forgot something very important. I did make the exit for the bad water. However, if we go down here, you'll notice that the bad water could still possibly come up and over these, and I don't want that to happen. So we're just going to line this whole area with dirt, and then it has to go out this way. So let's go something like, yep, something, where does that rock go? Right about there. And I know there's 2 4s under there, so there should be 8 of them. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we're going to need stairs up there, aren't we? Yeah, there's nothing connecting those right now. So we'll say that those are slightly more important. In fact, I forgot to go back and say these are slightly less important. There we go. That's taken care of. These are going to be slightly more important, so they get those in. We can get that taken care of just in case we have a bad tide that sneaks up on us. There we go. The other thing I want to do while we're over here, let's take this out, and we're going to look into maybe replacing that. We'll say that's a little more important. In fact, a lot more important, so they don't cut off the paths. Although they just have to kind of go around the long way, it's still not that bad since those tunnels are so fast. So we'll let them build that. Around here, there we go. They can work on that whenever they can get to it. Something else I want to do, I want to focus this a little more on getting down here. We're not using some of this, so go ahead, take this out too. And I'm gonna say we do this. Yeah, that'll look nice. But this is 3 wide, and we only really need it to be 2 wide because we're gonna put some wheels in here. In fact, we might want to make it deeper because I don't want to set the wheels up. There we go. They're getting the dirt in there. That's going pretty quick. That shouldn't take too long. And then dirt-wise up here... Oh, they've already got all the dirt. I can't even pipette dirt. They're moving so fast. I want this to actually make sure that it's coming out and getting to where it needs to be. So we're just going to do something like this. There we go. There we go. Let's get you maybe over to here. And we'll get you over to here. That'll be good for now. Look at that. They've already got the dynamite in. Good for you guys. They're working fast today. And looky here. They've got this dynamite in. So let's go ahead. Take those out. And you know what? I don't even know how much more we have to go until we get down to those other ones. But we're going to say that those are important. Hopefully they can get to all of them. And hopefully that gets us down to the level that we need to be at. Let's see if we've got that. And then I think I need maybe a ladder here. Tell you what, let's just put one here too. We'll do all of those and all of these here. Turn on a couple of these things while we wait. Metal blocks. There we go. We have a decent amount to do. What do you mean you have nothing to do in range? Well, out you go. Out you go. Go find a nice job. There we go. You know what? We could also probably make this area at least a little more bad tide proof. Let's see if I take a path out, let's say this way. I go this way maybe. Let's just go this way. There we go. Yeah, that lines up pretty well. We'll get those out of there. And then we'll come back and maybe work on this area. This will just give us an exit for the bad water whenever it comes in. We've got those areas taken care of. Our mountain should be good. We've dug the hole here. Let's go ahead and get the large water wheels put in. And, ooh, we're going to have to redo this whole area. Because that goes right to that door. That goes right to that door. That definitely won't work for the best. I mean, we could come up and over and around, but we might just redo this area. Do I need planks? Not currently. Do I need gears? Not really. Okay, so those can be put on hold while we work on some other stuff, but they're going to do that first. Over here, they're working on it when they can, which is perfect. Why is that one not lit up? I don't know why that one's not lit up. Yeah, that's good enough. We'll do that. We did have a project last time that we started to replace our tubeway stations here with other things, so let's do that real quick. Let's get our tiny tubeway in here. There we go. Maybe that one. No, that one won't have a light. They'll get to that pretty soon here. Over here, I know I've got this, and they should be able to just drop the stuff into it to close it up. So let's go ahead and put the bad water discharge in there. It's going to take a minute, but I'm sure they'll be able to get that. Oh, there is our battery. We've got to figure out some way to get this power to flow. I would guess if I put a bad water cap on there, that discharge, we could just have it flow all the time. And then when we finally move our science area, we'll just turn that off, so it'll be all good water. Or at least that's the plan. I don't know if that's how that's going to work. Oh, look at that. Hey, we cleared both of them. Is there anything left on them? Does not look like it. I think, unfortunately, we're going to have to do some ladder tricks here. Get down there this way, maybe? There we go. We'll say, let's polish you. And we'll make this whole stack high priority. We'll make that one a little bit high priority. This is looking good. How much is that making? 268? 147? Well, that's not all that bad. We seem to be doing all right there. How am I going to redo this? Well, what we could do, they are still making dynamite. Am I low on dynamite? A little bit, but it's not terrible. What are these guys doing? Oh, we have no scrap. That was the last bit of scrap over here. Do I have any more on the map that I need to grab? Or do I have to start in the mines? Oh, it looks like the beavers yearning for the mines will finally get to go to the mines. Let's do 4 beavers in there, because this place is not good for beavers, not even in the slightest. And I don't want to get a whole bunch of injured beavers. We do have our bit of medical beds, medical facility here that we made earlier. So maybe they can help out with that. But you know what? We have efficient scrap metal. We might as well be pulling it in. If they're in the mines and in danger anyway, they might as well get the fun of playing with dynamite. Oh, it's not dynamite even anymore. It's extract. Well, those poor beavers are in danger and they don't get to play with dynamite. If that doesn't ruin your day, I don't know what would. Let's see. Speaking of dynamite, we got a couple more pieces over here. Let's get that. We'll get this in here. This is good. They're making their way there. However, we're going to lose a large amount of our workforce, I think, here in just a second. Is this on or off, or this is on auto? Let's just say open for now, since we don't have this quite done. And I see a bit of a problem here. If these should close all the way when this is done, it will overflow the top, but it's of course going to just overflow wherever it feels like. So I'm actually going to have to put some dams in here so that it doesn't overflow where we don't want it to overflow. And then we can always replace them later if we decide we want to build this bigger. Let's get those done at no particular speed. And we will turn back on all of these. Here we go. Turn them all on. Well, or turn them back off and then back on. We're rebooting it. This is IS help for water pumps. Turn it off, turn it back on. There you go. So now we should have a bunch of beavers rerouted to this so that we can fill our water back up. But in all honesty, we're not doing too terrible here. Let's take a look. We do need metal, but we can start on rerouting this. In fact, we might move just some of this around. We've got enough. You know what? Let's just rethink this whole thing. Now, eventually, I do kind of want to replace all the doorways with these tiny tube stations, and this seems like a great place to get it started. So, let's pull in an explosive factory. We'll put these two back. I'm gonna have to switch this one. We'll put you here. And then, I suppose it really doesn't matter, but we'll do something like that. And then we'll put back the stations that we had. Let's do industrial lumber mill. Oh, about there. About there. In fact, let's do this. We'll mirror this one too. And then we'll do gear workshop here and gear workshop here. And just in case for some reason there's not enough power, we'll go ahead and put everything back. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to have them build all of this. And then we're going to actually make a bit of a subway here. What height is this? As you can see, I've now got the height and coordinates. I found a mod that I'm trying out that seems to have a lot of the things that I've been asking for, but we'll cover that probably in a later one here. It's something that I want to talk about for just a bit, so we'll go ahead and just say it's got some neat stuff. It's got the daytime, the coordinates, the height, and it actually lets you do things like properly change our time flow. You can change it to the 4 and the 5 speed, which is normally only available in the developer mode, but we get it now. We can use it anytime. So this is 6. Do I want to go down? I have a feeling I need to leave. This is 0. So if I go down 6, which should be 2 cases of 3s, 3s, and I'll do that. I don't want to do that there. How am I going to... You know what? We'll figure that out. Yep, we'll definitely just figure that out. There we go. Now the question is, how do I get dynamite in these middle places again? And we're back. We just had a minor emergency. My daughter burst in the room while I was exploding dynamite to let me know that her small munching toy. It's a little toy on a stick with a head that mouth claps open. She had to inform me that it was missing and that I must find it. And of course, you know, being the good dad that I am, had to stop and get the toys. It's very important. Somebody has to get that taken care of. So, you know, we'll get all of that. So I just basically took those out. We'll get the dynamite in first. You know, order of operations. Maybe I should take care of that kind of thing. There we go. Let's take out all of those. So now this is on height 0, which is wonderful. And we can go ahead and put in, let's put in our tubeways, solid tubeways. We'll go right across here. There we go. And there's a doorway here. There's a doorway. Select, there we go. There's a doorway here. There's one here. There's one here. Here. Those got to be the right height. And there's one there. And then we'll take and we'll put in our tiny tubeways. One there. There we go. So now we have our start of a grand underground passage for all the beavers. We'll put blocks back in here as well. There we go. Awesome. Okay, we'll let them build all of that. Then we will put our wheels back once that's all in there. And then you'll ask, well, how do they get in there? Well, we're going to have to make a temporary entrance and exit, unfortunately. That might be the only way that we can do it. And I kind of have a feeling that we should be able to come over here, get that in there. No, not on the bottom there. Let's not put that in there. Tell you what, let's come back to that whenever they've got that done. Then we'll put the wheels back in. The reservoir is actually coming along pretty well for being a low priority. Over here, are they not able to get to this? Is that the problem? No, maybe I've got them facing the wrong way. You know what? Let's change the way they're facing. Just to see if it helps. Same thing here. Yep. Yep. And yep. And we'll just hold. Okay, we won't hold shift there. Whatever. Let's go ahead and just say, you guys build out just as far as you can here. There we go. Probably not that tall. There we go. And over here, they've got a lot of that done too. So let's go ahead, take out this ladder. We'll have to build it on the other side. There might have been a way I could have done that with only one set of ladders, but I'm not sure what it is. And you know what? We've got plenty of stuff at the moment. So we'll go ahead. Oh, good. It's a drought. So I don't have to worry about filling this up quite so much. Let's go ahead and demolish. We'll say that's very important. And we'll say that is good. So there we go. Now it looks like they're getting stuff in. Let's take this back out. Yep. We'll do power. We'll do one large one here. We'll do one large one here. And then we need that and that. There we go. That looks good to me. And to connect these in, I'm just going to make some quick extra entries. So we'll do something like that. You know what? I could just do... That's fast. I could just do something like this. And then there we go. They've got an exit and an entryway. They should be able to build that. They should be able to build all of this. And then we should be good to go there. That should give them all access back to this. And all of these should be set, although they're, of course, just now deciding to take their break. So we'll give them that break. This is going along well. They've got this done. That's good. Let's go ahead and take that out of there. And with this, and get these out of here. That's good. How is my metal doing? Not great. It looks like it's taken a hit probably from... Yep, just as I thought. They got that one in there, but we haven't got the other one yet. This... It looks like it's working. It's raising the level probably about halfway, so that's a little bit of extra science out of the science that we're already getting for it. So the pumping station is working. In fact, everything looks fairly full. That's looking really good. Oh, there we go. This is all in, and they can come in through this side. That's why they're all lit up. Tell you what, we've got extra room here. We could probably put stuff around there. Let's do some decorations. Why not, right? We'll do maybe this and that. Let's do maybe a statue here, and actually, could I do one here and be okay? Yeah, I think we could do one there. We'll pause it though, because I want to get in a shrubbery. Everything over here looks a little dead, so let's move you maybe to there, and we'll pick up you, move you to here. Then we can do a lantern here too. Got to have a shrubbery. Very important. There we go. Give a little bit of decoration to that. They can get most of this stuff in from these two-way stations, so we'll let the... In fact, they should be able to build that from the two-way station too. There we go. Add a little bit of life to the area. Not to mention, it's got plenty of power because these should be running pretty much all the time. So we'll let that go. These guys actually almost done over here, but we're not going to have time to save up any of the water, so we're just going to have to kind of let it go and check the next one. Did we take out all the cut trees of this? Yeah, pretty much. Unmarked tree cutting area. We'll do that, and then it looks like there's only a couple of trees here. We'll come back and fix those trees in a second. There we go. I don't want to cut these. I do want to cut that one. I do want to cut all of these again. And all of these. But none of these. There we go. And they can cut to their heart's content. Get a couple of extra logs here and there. You know what? I forgot to get this out of here. Well, we can detonate these at least. That shouldn't set off those. No, no. Alright, so while we're here, let's take a look at getting this set up. Now, we're going to need sluices here. This one's going to be for the bad water, obviously. The good water, we could probably put out this way, but we're going to have to move this over. Get out of there. Get out of there. Go on. I'm trying to help you out here. Let's maybe just put a ladder in. Ladder. There we go. We'll grab stairs. And then let's see. How am I going to get this all blocked off? Let's put another sluice there so more good water can come out there. And then we're going to want maybe a 3? No, I have a 4. We'll put 4 in there. We'll do you, and you. And then I've got to get some overhangs for this, it looks like. One there, one there. And then why don't we just use some dirt? Because these should have water from them. Meaning that... Let's see. We'll do maybe something like this. And then we just need, how about the really long one? We'll need this eventually anyway, I'm sure. So we'll do that, and then that actually looks like it needs a 5 whenever we're able to do that. We are going to need landscaping. Let's grab the impermeable floor. We'll impermeable those up as well. And that should... Oh, we're going to need impermeable up here too. Then we can even plant in some extra crops, I think. Although they definitely can't get to that one crop over there. They could if I put in some dirt, so we might as well, right? There we go. We'll work on the rest of this. Hopefully, once this water goes down, maybe after this drought. They've got that. They've got this taken care of up here. This is looking good. How is our... Honestly, that's why. There's nobody in there. We have to get some metal. In fact, we need metal so badly, I'm going to risk 10 beavers in the mine all at once. This is already out of power, so that's not working for us. But hopefully these guys, if we go up to maybe... You know what? We're going to leave it where it's at because it's a drought, so they can work when they can, and we'll bring in water. They've got this set up for us, and they've got this here. Might as well go ahead and take that out of there. Same amount of water, just spread out differently. These aren't really working, so let's stop those. And you know what? I need to pause these so I don't lose all of my water downstream. There we go. And here, let's cut back to just a couple. There we go. They can all figure this out. In fact, let's go to 6. That should be fine. And then we just kind of got to wait out this drought while it works on other things. They've got, hey, look at this. They've got this done. So we can at least have them get this stuff in here, right? There we go. That looks good. Let's go ahead. And we'll just fill this back in with dirt. And that should, theoretically being the important part here, fix this. There we go. We'll put a path across there. We'll put a path back up here to the top of the mountain. And I think that will look nice. Are we low on dirt? Is that what's going on here? Are we low on beavers over here? No, we have plenty of dirt. Oh, I took out the path. So once they get this path back in here, they should be able to finish this. That's good. We should be okay there. Let's check over here. They're replanting a lot of this. Clearing out a lot of that. This is all looking good. Do we need any pine resin? No, we don't need any pine. So we just kind of got to wait for these to go. How much power do I have? Without this running, I have a little bit left over, but not enough to get another one of these. Do I have any need for gears? Yeah. Looks like I kind of need more beavers, which I've got the food. I've got the water currently. We will find out how imbalanced this makes our colony, but hopefully this works. We'll put 2 of you in there. We'll put 2 of you in there. I've got 11 beavers already injured. So that might be where part of the problem comes from. So what we're going to do, we're going to speed through this drought, and we will be back in just a second. We're a little ways into the drought now, but I realized that because I have these ladders here, I could just connect in, if I grab these, connect in this whole area here, just turn these around so that I can come in the other way. There we go. And if I come in that way, does that connect everything in? Yeah. Once those are connected in here, we can fill in this last one so that the next good tide, the next temperate season, will fill this up. so that hopefully we have enough water to keep our mangroves going. Also, while we're at it, since that hopefully means that we won't have to cut these down anymore, I can take these back out. We'll put you guys over here. And you guys aren't doing anything, so let's just pause you for a bit. That sends them out of the way. That's in there. Awesome. Let's go ahead and put you in here. We'll take you out of there. And we'll get these last ones in. There we go. That finishes that off. We're good to go there. So the next hide should be okay. Oh, I don't need this road anymore, do I? Nope. Take that out of there. We'll say, hey, plant some more trees here. And while we're at it, we do have a decent amount of dynamite. Not a ton, but a decent amount. Since we had to pretty much pause this area while we're waiting for other things. But what we can do is, let's say we want to go ahead and take out these trees, and we're going to take out, you know what? Let's take out these trees and these trees, and we'll say don't take out those. Let's replant those oak. Here you go. And we're just going to take those out. And what we're going to do is we're going to start working our way through this. Now, let's see. That's 2 height. Yep, I remember leaving that at 2 height. We'll be good there. I'm going to move you down here. And you can go somewhere else. Thank you. There we go. We've got this. And then we're going to need 2 dynamite here to make that the right height. We're going to need 3 dynamite here. And then actually, we'll need 3 dynamite up here as well. But let's at least get those in first. And then we'll worry about moving our way back into this area. In fact, oh, that is full of dirt, but I don't think I need any dirt over there. That's fine. I'm not too worried about it. They'll get those while we're waiting for some other stuff to go. Let's see, we're up to 93 metal blocks. That's not terrible. We could start replacing some of this other stuff, but you know what? I think before we do that, I'd like to at least get the other types of food in here. We have a decent amount of water, so hopefully 3 apiece should be enough for the colony. Oh, we also have coffee, don't we? Well, coffee we'll have to come back to. Coffee is not my top priority. Some people's it is, not for me. I'm not a coffee drinker, so we'll let them go. They have got... Did they get these in here? They certainly did. Oh, something else I wanted to do. Now that it should be just good water that comes down here, for the most part. In fact, there shouldn't be any good water coming through here. We can go ahead and check what height this is. That's a 4. So here, it's a 2. So if I go levee, and I go 1, 2, we should have mostly good water across here, which just gives us a little bit of extra range. And yeah, that looks good. We'll do that. We'll do some dams down here. Do I need this many dams? No, but that's okay. To get down here, let's just take a path. They're gonna have to walk like regular old beavers and get that put in. No recipes. Oh, it's all these things. Let's do mushrooms on bottom. Mushroom. And as we get more and more beavers, this will get filled up. Fortunately, unlike the water beavers, they won't just bring stuff to these. They have to actually be there. So let's get those hooked up. And we'll have to hook up the food processing at some point. Oh, they've got that in already, but I don't want to remove that because that's going to undo a lot of those. I could, just to save them some walking distance, let's turn those back on and we'll turn these off so they're not quite so far. And I'm hoping during the next temperate season, this starts to fill up. We'll check that out here in just a minute. We are on cycle 26. Our water's coming back in, which means we can turn all these back on probably one more time. In fact, I might leave these at the bottom of the reservoir just in case we ever need them again. I'm going to turn all these back on. And we're going to turn all these back on. Here we go. Reservoirs in. We've got our sluices set, so hopefully... we don't want that at 2. We want that at 190. Otherwise, we're going to get some nasty flooding over here. Speaking of which, though... that should give us a little bit more range once the water gets full in there. These are good to go. They've got the downstream already set up, so we've got this extra area here. In fact, that might wash all the way back into here and give us even more green land. Look at all that land that's turned green. That's pretty good. These guys up here, they don't have beavers in them. Question. Oh, that's because I think they took them out of here to fill these up, which is fine. We can work with that. Let's go up to 18 hours just to grab a couple of extra. And I want to move these out of here. I don't know where else I have dynamite stored at, but obviously I've got a dynamite storage somewhere else. And I'm going to have to take this down eventually anyway. In fact, I'll have to take down this whole area eventually and flatten it all out. There we go. Things are starting to look good here. They've got that, or these are closed, so this should start filling. Once again, these died, but you know what? I am not too worried about it. I'm hoping that we get at least a mostly filled reservoir here, so that we can just continually pump with these throughout the whole time. They've got, these aren't prioritized. Well, that's just terrible. We need to do that to make sure that they are taken care of. There we go. We need to get as much water as quickly as we can so that we can stop pumping water out of here and send it to other places. There we go. Power here's looking good. Everything there's looking good. Our metal blocks have recovered, so next episode most likely we'll be building another cap there and maybe even cap that last one. We've done quite a bit on the bad water side this time. Oh, speaking of which, that's full. Let's go ahead and just take care of that real quick. We will go ahead and say 5 here. There you go. Yep, let's do that. And we'll get in a ladder here. Path, and a path down here. They should be able to build that relatively quickly. Oh, and then I'm going to have to put something here, aren't I? Just to make sure. There we go. That way it kind of keeps the look. And then we'll have good water coming out of this and bad water only coming out of that. So, yep, it's closed. Less worried about that coming out. So we've got a good portion of things done today. We've got our dam in here. We've got our Mystic Mountain pretty much fixed. We've got this water source cleared of bad water as soon as they finish that. And the big thing, we've got our reservoir in. So for the first time, well, look at that. Those are all underwater. That means it is filling. We are going to have the stuff to take care of that. Let's pull these out of here. Yep. And we will take you down this way and this way. Next time, we might even this up, since we might end up using this as the shallow water place. I might actually make a area over here for him as well, or maybe over here. I'm not sure. We'll figure that out. Our mangroves are getting replanted for the 100th time, but that's okay. Looks like we've got beavers outside. We'll take care of that next time too. We'll look into seeing what we can do about the science, but once this can be turned on all the time, we shouldn't have too much problem with it. And we are gonna have to do something about the mines, because these beavers definitely are not safe in those mines. But that's going to be next time. So as always, just want to say thank you very much for stopping by and hope to see you next time. Bye.